am Coffee with Shanda, and I have been asked this question over and over and over again, so I'm going to talk about it, which is like, I want to get started in doing more lives. What do I do? How do I organize it? How do I get out of my own way to create something that creates good content and people tune in on a regular basis? So I'm going to break this up for you. So if you've been wanting to do lives more often and you're having a challenge even staying consistent with it, my recommendation is to actually, well, first of all, you could create a show like I have, 7 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. I recommend you name whatever your show is. There's like times that I just turn on the camera and go live about a topic, but then there's your engaged audience that shows up at 7 a.m. every morning. So I'm tuning Instagram in right now with us, but Instagram, normally I do Coffees with Shanda for the most part on our Hardcore Business Facebook page, which is right below you right now. So I look to optimize as much as I can and do as many lives or put out as much content as I can, because the more you can do that, the more, like, it's kind of like if you're in business and you want to, up level, even double your company, right? If you want to double your company, the key is you have to educate more, you have to connect more. And so the challenge that we all have is there's only so much time in a day, and can we realistically get all our work done and still do lives like this all the time? And the reason why I picked 7 a.m. is because of that topic, like because of that problem, I should say, is that, once my day gets going, like soon as I turn off the camera, I literally become a mom. Many of you guys already know that because I say it all the time. I try and unpack this. It's almost like there's our minds create these ideas and these stories about who people are when you see them have 100,000, 200,000, 1 million followers on social media, right? It's like, which is what I have on Facebook, right? And so it's like people, like, it's like all of a sudden, or when we do photo shoots, and it's like you have an idea of who you think Gary Vee is, you have an idea of who you think Shanda Sumpter is, you have an idea of who you think, like, whoever it is that you follow as well, and people have an idea of who they think you are, right, online. And the truth is that we all have the same amount of time in a day, and how do you fit it all in? And I can't say I figured it all out, but I can tell you I take off 5 months a year and still have a multiple 7-figure company. I'll be well into the 8 figures this year. And a key to my success is like putting out a lot of content. And it's funny because somebody, literally one of our Facebook team members said, this thing's like hot here, said you're like a content machine, Shanda. And I never really realized that, because I didn't realize how hard it is for people to put out content. And I think that's all up here. So I'm going to give you some breakdowns that I hope help you to put out more content for your audience, so that, the sale happens before you ever ask for the sale. Like, people want to know how to make offers. And I'm going to start streaming in a group called Coach Yourself to Success. I'll give you information on that as we really kick it off again, where I'm going to teach more stuff like that. But saying that, making offers is actually easy. So believe me on that piece. What's not easy is creating your influence. And so if you want to create influence, you got to put out more content. So here's how I break up mine. So you got to look into your life. So everything I build out in my life starts with me first. So I think, like, it doesn't start with my child first, doesn't start with my husband first. I first decided to stop putting myself second. So first of all, stop putting yourself second and build your ecosystem around you. So I'm a morning person. I'm not a night person. I am in bed by 8 o'clock. I am asleep by 8:30. If I'm not, I'm probably fired up about something. But pretty much I'm in bed by 8. I'm asleep by 8:30. My eyes are like ding, 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 ding. Usually at 5. Today it was like right around 4:30. My eyes like wide open. I don't take a lot to get ready. I get ready the night before, in the essence of, like, I shower. Our dog's barking, sorry. I shower. Hey, could you guys? Thank you. I shower the night before. I lay out my clothes the night before. I lay out my jewelry the night before. So it doesn't take time in the morning. So as soon as I get up in the morning, I literally go and, like, wash my face, brush my teeth, throw on my clothes. And this is called didn't wash my hair last night, so my hair's in a ponytail. All you girls with long hair know what I'm talking about, right? But I stagger out a level of efficiency so that I don't have things that I have to think about in the morning. 7 a.m. Coffee with Shanda is set up at 7 a.m. because I'm a morning person. It's easier for me to give. When I set up like VIP days with my clients or anything like that, the best time to get me is the morning, because by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because I get up so early, I'm starting to lose my zest. Like so I share this with you because I know you have a rhythm. I know that you might be trying to fit into a rhythm that's not your rhythm. And I want to say that you could do this much easier than you're probably doing it. Now you have to unhook from any fears about going live, which might say easier said than done. But like Coffees with Shanda has an intention. And the intention was simple. It wasn't some grandiose plan to create some marketing campaign. It was realizing that I wanted to connect more with my audience. And if I connected more with my audience, then we would have a deeper relationship. And if we have a deeper relationship, then I can help and influence you more. So you know what you know, I know what I know the sliver, the piece that I hold on the planet, which I'm very good at spotting how to grow income streams and still have lots of ample time to have a life. So you'll never see me pushing you online to like make $1 billion and have no life. You know what I mean? Like, however, I think it's great if you can make $1 billion and have a life. That's the game I'm playing. Right? So it's like, how do you optimize things so that you don't go to your grave and you're like, wow, I don't wish I took another meeting. I don't wish but like, how do you hook into something that you feel compelled to show up? So I do Coffees with Shanda because if I did it in the afternoon, I probably would hate doing it. So that's first case. So hopefully you're having an aha, like, don't try and push yourself to do something that is like not in your rhythm. Like, find your rhythm and optimize your rhythm. So another thing is I do Coffees with Shanda every day because it's more efficient. It's more efficient. It's easier for you to remember that I show up at 7 a.m. every morning, except for the last week of the month. So 3 weeks of the month I work. The last week of the month I do not work. And so when you look at that, I'm consistent. So that's why I chose 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, to do Coffees with Shanda. Now, something that worked really well this year in doing content was creating themes. So some of you guys might have seen How to Find the Money theme. I did a How to Find the Money theme on Coffees with Shanda where I did 5 days of how to find the money. And in fact, if you want me to do another one of those, comment and let me know. Or if you're on Instagram, direct message me. If you're on YouTube, you can comment below. And on Facebook, you can comment right now. What's something that you would like me to unpack? Like How to Find the Money is something that I unpacked for 5 days. I did 5 days of how to find the money. And that was hugely valuable. In fact, yesterday we got a message that somebody just got a $15,000 client just from watching my 5 days of how to find the money, right? So they were able to create that income on 5 days of how to find the money. So that's like a theme, like a series. So in podcasting, they often do that. They'll do series like around certain topics. I love that. It was really easy for me to show up and deliver content. It was like less difficult to think about what am I going to say, right? Because I knew the theme and I could unpack the theme every day, step by step. So what's a theme that you want me to hear or you want me to actually speak into? Comment, you guys, especially on Facebook, comment below. Right? And so that will allow me to unpack it, but you could do that, right? On Instagram, there's things you could do like where you can post like where people can comment and actually give you feedback on what they want more information on. When they give that to you, you could take that theme or take that comment and you can unpack it as a 5-day theme. And then that puts you in a position where your people are showing up on a regular basis. Well, one of the things you want is you want engagement. So themes are great because you create engagement because people want to show up the next day for it. So if you're having a challenge, having people show up, then you might want to do something like a theme. I'm trying to give some strategy behind it in the essence of why would you do certain things? Like, don't just do it to do it, right? You might not have any issues on engagement. And so maybe you don't want to do a theme. Maybe you just want to do a once a week show. And that's great too. But do it the same time every week on the same day and don't miss it. What if you've got vacation? Well, pre-record it. Pre-record it. There's something called live cast. I am streaming live right now, but if I was skiing in Utah, which I'm about to go do with Randy Garn soon, I could actually record it live and play it on live cast and stream it like it's live. Kind of like sneaky that you can do that now, but you can actually do that. So you could actually still keep your commitments. It's like, and you got to figure this out as an entrepreneur. I love that there's a technology to help you, but as an entrepreneur, you have to figure out, how do you keep your consistency all the time so that you don't break it? In fact, honestly, if my flex week, my week off that I take every single month, if that wasn't so important to our audience to see me actually really do it, I probably should pre-record something. And in all honesty, I really probably should pre-record it, like as I'm thinking about it, right? So it's like, how do you keep getting better at your content? How do you keep putting out more information? How do you unhook from what do I say? And what's the theme that fits into your rhythm, or what's the structure that fits into your natural rhythm so that you can put out more content? So here's what in summary, you can do something like a Coffee with Shanda show. Where it's your version, right? There's lots of people that I know in branding and marketing. I'm not a branding agency, but I am a cash flow, teach you how to make a lot of money type person. I am not a branding person. But what I do know about branding is a lot of people have told me time and time again to like name your shows after your name, right? So I've got Coffee with Shanda. I didn't do it like that. It just happened like that. But honestly, like, there's the Daily V for Gary V, people have got like, they name their shows. So, however, there's like the opposite flip of that, of not naming your name. You've got the Daily Ohm, you've got, you know what I mean? Like, so with just as many people say you should name it after your name, there's just as many success stories where it's not on your name. But what I would say is that if you are going to do a once a week show, I do think there's a power to like Tuesday this, like It's Our Turn Tuesdays, or, Friday Fun Days, or I'm just making, these are horrible names, but you get what I'm saying. It allows people to embed it in their head and does create some sort of a branding recognition that day of the week you're going to go live. Okay. So what I do know is you cannot afford to not go live. You've got to find a way, even if you've got, like, if you're someone who delivers content to like a group, like say you're doing a training call or something like that every single week, it would be powerful for you to flip open your camera on your phone and stream live like that same day and give them a piece of it, of what you're training live to let's say your clients or something like that. So you could stream live a piece of it. Maybe you start the beginning of all your trainings with a very specific piece that could be repurposed with you streaming. So if you're anything like me, I do better with you live with me versus me canned in a studio. So that just comes from my generosity. Like I will give anything to you if you need it and you tell me, which is why commenting is critically important. Like, what do you want? Right? So I'm getting something on Instagram right now. Oh, somebody said they saw me at a real estate conference in Toronto, and they learned from me. Thank you. That's awesome. It's good to have you on here. Okay, so I hope this helped. I hope that you can like shift gears and find a way to solve whatever problems you have as far as going live. You don't have to do you could be doing content already for paid, meaning that somebody's paying you to do it. And you could stream. You could do, like I do VIP days. I have one today. I could actually like organize the beginning of the content that I'm going to be teaching and stream live and give it for free. So don't allow this to be hard, but whatever you do it. Like, figure out a way of doing it. And the secret is be consistent on the same day or days and create content that has a purpose. So that's it. Now I flip, I go to become a mommy, and that's what real life looks like over here. And yeah, that's really it. So I'll see you at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and I will look at the comment sections and I'll see if there's something you want me to unpack. And other than that, if you're new to 7 a.m. Coffees with Shanda, I would look on our pages. I'll look on our page and look, especially on Facebook, and you can see a lot of training and content. Yesterday I did how do you create reoccurring income in your business, and I gave some very specific ways that you can create reoccurring income. So you can go back on our Heartcore Business Facebook page, and you can actually look for that from yesterday. I was in my car talking about it, and of course somebody criticized me for being in my car, and you got to get over that too. You know what I mean? I didn't look at the video once until I parked my car. I just talked. There's hands free. You know what I mean? So it's like people will criticize you on anything you do, but you just go and give bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. Bye.